They go from 9 to 4. All right, hello and welcome to Talking Sports Live. Again, we are broadcasting here at the Full Moon Barbecue in Madison, Mississippi, 1935 Main Street in Madison. I'm Rob J, and always joined by Jamie Horton. It's been a big day today, Jamie.
Big day today. Big day today.
A lot of announcements going on.
And I missed you last week, buddy.
Well, what kind of show was that?
That was the more and more show on the road.
Okay. Now, you know how I always apologize to you for letting Willie take your spot?
Yeah.
You got to apologize to me.
Rob,
You got
I am truly sorry for letting,
yes.
letting Bernard take
Yeah.
your spot last
Right,
week.
right. Because
Please forgive me.
Yeah.
I'm going to apologize
Yeah.
to you every day. Every
Okay,
week.
absolutely. Well, we got a great show today. We are going to be joined by Jackson State head football coach T.C. Taylor. He's going to join us in just a moment. But before we get the show underway, I want to let you know that this show is brought to you by Pennington and Trim Alarm Services. Let us in. We will keep them out. 601-939-5231. Also, First Commercial Bank, where business is personal, 601-709-7777. And Willie T. Abson Law Firm, knowledgeable, experienced, and caring, 601-487-8839. If you'd like to connect with us here at Talking Sports Live, you can do so through Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And as we mentioned a moment ago, we are joined by Jackson State head coach T.C. Taylor, and we are so happy to have Coach with us. I know
in the slot this year, this spring. And we had to see if he would even play, and he was on the rep count that day. So those guys coming back, but then we knew you had a couple new ones with DJ leaving. I mean that's going to be a great big time loss there. Yeah, DJ Stevens. You talk about a pioneer of Jackson State. He's been around here longer than me. But great family, dad. Everybody just means that those people mean a lot to me.
Yeah, and I mean I've been knowing. Look, DJ is really kind of like my nephew. I'm telling Rob about it. Me and DJ Daddy are both Saints fans, so we've been friends for over 20 years. And I used to go over DJ house when he was like 4, and DJ told me he said, I'm gonna play for Jackson State one day. I said, that's right. You always keep that dream open. Then next thing you know, when he signed, it was like a dream come true. He started crying, and he said, "Man, I told you." Cause I said, "Look, that's all you gotta do. Just put your faith and trust in the Lord, and everything
really
works out for you."
Football player, like you said,
and a great kid.
I saw him develop into what he ended up being the end product. Rob, we saw him at the Legacy Bowl down there,
and they didn't throw to him enough.
I feel the same way, because the dude can catch. Yeah, he can catch with the best of them in the country, and I don't think it's over for him. Yeah. With all the leagues out there now, I told him, just continue to train, continue to do it. That's right. And you never know who comes to knock.
I talked to his dad, and I told him the same thing the other night.
Coach and I do the Legacy Bowl. We announced the Legacy Bowl.
I heard somebody told me he did pretty good.
It did real good. Well, see, the first year I did it with Fred McNair. And then they wanted, I suggested Coach. Yeah. Coach did it. They don't want nobody else.
It's 2 years running for me.
It's 2 years running.
Coach, you might have a new job out there, Coach.
I do love New Orleans.
That's right.
But I was, you mentioned Jency Riley, and, he's a journalism major.
That's right.
And we went to interview Coach one day, and Jency told Coach said, "What you doing in here?" Jency, Coach, you're supposed to be out doing something else.
Eating or something.
He said, I'm working with Rob J. I said, "No, you ain't."
He tried to throw Rob out there.
Try to throw you up on the ball, Rob.
He said, "Well, I'm to let him pick."
And I hadn't seen it, but no, he's a good guy, man. I know he hurt his leg. Is he okay?
He's fine. He's going into his senior year, and then that's another kid that just stuck with us. Came in as a true freshman, and just stuck with Jackson State. He loves it here. Yes. He's here. He very rarely goes home. His mom calls and asks me where he at. How's he doing? I told him he's fine. Yeah, he's coming along.
He was very emotional when he got hurt.
Yeah, he was.
Yes, he was. With me being on the sideline to get a chance to see some of that stuff, and I related to Rob and them back in the booth, and I was like, Rob, it was a hard time even looking at that kid because I know how you feel.
He loves football.
Yeah, when he loved football, and then he loved Jackson State, like you said, and when he got hurt, it was very emotional when they were taking back to the
locker room. He was a guy that DJ took under his wing, though.
Yes.
DJ
they
are to this day. He's a guy that DJ taught him the JSU way, and he just accepted it and started doing things the right way.
Yeah. So, Coach, your quarterback, okay? Morgan looks like
Morgan's out. Had pretty solid springs. What people don't realize, both of those guys are right there together in this competition right now. I mean, they're really getting after each other. But the beautiful part about it, seeing those guys compete, they're good friends. I pull up there today to the facility, and both of them out there with the receivers working out with those guys. But it's a friendly competition, so that's going to be exciting to see. And then we're still recruiting that position as well. We only had 3 going through the spring, and that's kind of edgy right there. Ethan, the young freshman that's going to be really
Louisville, Texas.
We got a ton of Louisville dudes.
Yes.
Well, did my center come back? He's a journalism major also. Ethan, is that his?
You're talking about 71. What his name? Name was
Evan. I'm sorry.
He was there. He's played. We moved him to guard now.
So he's back.
He's back.
Okay.
Yeah, he did come back.
Coach, I told him, he was working with me close. And actually, he was joining me on Saturday morning on the radio. Mm-hmm. That was part of his project. And I told him, I said, don't you jump in the transfer portal, man. I'm not Mr. Rob. Next day, I know it. He jumped in it, but he came back.
But that's what we're dealing with now in college football.
Yeah.
It's day to day. Today was the final day of the portal, so we're walking around as a staff just trying to see how this thing is going to play out. But that's kind of what you're dealing with. Mm-hmm. These kids that have a year or two left, they want to go out and venture out and see what's out there for them. But I tell them all the time, what better place for you than here? The love you feel around the city, and the great opportunity to play in front of huge crowds and everything. Yeah. And it's second to none.
Absolutely.
And then once they go out and kind of see that this ain't all what I thought it was going to be, then I get that call back.
So you say the final day of the portal, meaning you can't sign it? They can't get in?
They can't get in there now.
Wow. Yeah, so the ones that's in there?
They in there.
They don't have a team to play for?
If nobody signed them.
Oh, so the team they left, if they're in the portal, nobody signed them, what happens to them?
If they left, they're looking for a home right now.
Yes.
If that team don't take them back. It's a tough deal, though. And that's what you try to explain to these kids, Rob. Yeah. You try to tell them, like, be careful of the decisions you make. And, the grass ain't always greener. You hear all these coaches saying that. So you got, I bet well over 3,000 kids right now just in the portal.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Like 3,000 kids in there. I wonder what they
and the thing is, one thing I like about Coach and his staff is they sit down and they talk to these kids before they make a hasty decision. Mm-hmm. And it's like, like Rico and all those guys. You sit down and you talk to them and say, whatever the decision may be, if you want to come back or if you want to move on, then that's fine. Yeah. But make sure you're making the right decision before you do this. Because a lot of kids up in that portal, Rob, you don't hear nothing else from them.
Wow. Well, we're going to take a break. Ed Bishop just did like this.
Yeah, what that means?
Maybe 30 seconds. Now you're doing
Now you're doing why.
We'll be back. Throw something.
Hi, this is Ed Trim with Pennington and Trim Alarms. If you're tired of dealing with those national companies and you'd rather do business with a local company, give us a call at 601-939-5231. We're a company you can trust. Let us in. We'll keep them out.
We feel strongly that clients are best served by a financial institution that has roots here, but also has an eye on the future. That's what we believe First Commercial Bank brings to our markets. Our idea is simple: deliver a consistently exceptional client experience each and every time. We have a unique story to tell, and our talented associates are dedicated to meeting the needs of our clients every day. Visit firstcommercialbk.com. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Accidents happen, and the Abston Law Firm wants to help you. Don't feel overwhelmed with disruptions to your life that accidents and injuries bring. Let Willie Abston work for you. At Abston Law Firm, you're important to us. Protecting your rights and helping you meet your future needs is our main goal. We take pride in servicing our clients. We provide you with knowledgeable, caring legal representation. We are experienced and dedicated to helping you. Call for your free consultation today. Abston Law, located at 1307 Airport Road in Florida.
Back to Talking Sports Live. Rob J, Jamie Horton, and we are so happy to be joined by Jackson State second-year coach T.C. Taylor. Again, this show brought to you by Pennington and Trim Alarm Services. Let us in. We'll keep them out. 601-939-5231. That's 601-939-5231. First Commercial Bank, where business is personal. 601-709-7777. And Willie T. Abston Law Firm, knowledgeable, experienced, caring. 601-487-8839. Last week, I just want to mention that, send out my condolences to the family of Archie Cooley, who passed away, former Mississippi Valley head football coach. Did you know him?
He recruited me when he was at Texas Southern. Mm-hmm. You remember he spent some time over there? Yeah. He came and sat in my living room. And I can remember I was supposed to take a visit over there.
Is that right?
Yeah, I was supposed to take a visit. I had
as a receipt. Well, no, you were a quarterback.
Right. And when he left, my mama now, she JSU. She said,
through and through.
I know your mom. So were you close to going to Valley at all?
No, he was at Texas Southern.
He was at Texas Southern. Okay, right.
Now, know he wasn't close to going to Valley.
Yeah. Because, here's the thing. My mom wasn't going to let me go to Houston.
Okay.
Yeah. We already know how he used to
Yeah.
I'm old country boy. So I can't see you know. She was already like, you know when we going. It was already said.
Wow.
Great
Okay.
dude. Let me say this about him too. A great offensive mind that really impacted spread offense.
Yeah.
You know, with Jerry Rice, Willie Satellite, Todd.
Me personally,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know how your feelings is. And I don't tell Rob this and DA, all them guys, we talk about it. But to me, he was the one that really created the West Coast offense.
He's the godfather.
He's the godfather.
Wow.
But he never did get any credit because he was the coach at a small black school in Mississippi.
Yeah.
But I mean, look at what he did with Todd and Rice.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing was, when Rice left, he set new record with Joe Thomas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it ain't the people of one person. It's just the system.
Yeah.
The system.
We talk about the 5 wide sets.
Exactly.
The empty sets. That was something that he implemented in the college
Coach,
football.
I was 10 years old.
Yeah.
We played Valley.
Mm-hmm.
At the year Valley, my mama took me down.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't never seen, they had them all white uniforms.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't never seen 5 people behind each other. I'm asking my mama and my stepdad, I said, man, what is they doing? My mama, you know, I don't know nothing about no football. I don't know.
Yeah,
that's illegal to do.
No.
And then look at that. I remember this guy said, no, it's not.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, what in the world? And then I saw our defense doing like this.
You had other schools wrecking their brain because they never seen it before.
Yeah.
But then not only that, you had other conferences stealing it. Not so much as stealing it, but like implementing it into the offense.
And you know, Big Dad was a defensive guru.
Oh, guru.
And when I tell you
the entire staff.
it confused him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they were just so athletic at the time.
Definitely.
So, Coach, I want to jump back to when you said you played quarterback, and you were a very good quarterback at Jackson State.
Nice.
Super good quarterback.
Yeah.
And I know you, and during practice one day, you told a guy who was wearing number 10, now you're going to have to represent number 10.
Yeah.
So, Coach, were you apprehensive about becoming a receiver? How did they present that to you?
Well, you know, that whole deal, how that went down, Robert Kent came. And Robert Kent was a great quarterback.
Superman.
Yeah, that was Superman, you know, and he came in here as a freshman. That year, I want to say I was preseason newcomer of the year in the SWAC. We went to the Chicago. Remember, we were going to Windy City Classic. I was player of the game.
Played Alabama State.
No, it was Howard.
I mean, Howard,
It was
yeah.
Howard.
Yeah.
We played them 2 years in a row, but Kent just came out there and like what I tell these guys all the time, Kent just he beat my butt. You know, he won
because you were really good quarterback.
But that tells you how good he was. Too,
Yeah.
You know,
and the depth that Jackson State had.
yeah, definitely. We had some dudes.
Yeah.
But after that, you know, just sitting down, that's when Coach Shannon was here at the time, Judge, Big Daddy, all of them, and they told me, you know, I just told them, you know, I was a guy that said, I'm not gonna run. I'm gonna stay here and figure this out.
Yeah.
You know, I love Jackson State. That's what when I tell people that's what I really love Jackson State. So, you know, this was crazy. People don't realize the first day after that, they tried me. I asked Coach Kelly, you remember Robert Kelly?
Yeah.
I asked him about playing safety because I was an all-state safety and quarterback coming out of high school. He was like, they deep over there. They had a bunch of dudes, Rashad Anderson.
All that.
They loaded. So I like, I get you, Coach.
Yeah.
So then I go back on the offensive side. They put me at running back.
I didn't know that.
I did one day.
That was it.
I come in there, it was a different soreness. So I went in there, I was like, Coach, this ain't gonna work. You know, and they was like, have you ever thought about playing receiver? And the rest was history.
How did you just get to?
I don't know. I mean,
you ever played receiver before that?
Never.
Coach, you could catch that ball, Coach.
But I never played it. And that's what was crazy. You know, I finished the year with 35 catches in about 5-6 games and never played it before.
Because you were up for the
Connolly boy.
Yeah.
That's when I came back my senior year. Now that summer after that, I went to work. You know, I got out there, tried to learn and get with as many people as I could about the position, and came over that next year and just blew it out the water. You know, and 84 catches, you know, over 1,000 yards. I was shocked. You know, the things that I was doing because I never did it before. You know, I kind of, you know, I tell people all the time, think it because, you know, I was a baseball player.
Yeah.
You know, Coach Brady used to try to beg me to come out there all the time and play baseball so I could just track the ball, you know. But as far as the route run, it just came natural. It was scary, you know, how easy it came to me, though.
Did being a quarterback help you become a receiver?
That was the next thing, you know. The beautiful part about it, me and Kent was in the meeting room so much as quarterbacks. So when I moved to that position, I already kind of knew. We both knew it. We both had a quarterback mindset, so I knew where to be on the football field, and I could tell him where I'm gonna be versus this coverage against certain teams, and it worked.
And y'all chemistry was just great.
Oh man,
yeah.
But that's great to say. I mean, because you never like, man, I want to be quarterback.
Yeah.
I didn't run.
Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't hit the portal.
So do you relay that to these guys now? Yeah.
Well, that's what's so frustrating about it now, because guys are not gonna know how to face adversity
in life.
Yeah. I'm serious. Like that was a
Where they
time
get
that I
from?
could have quit.
Uh-huh.
I could have just walked away from Jackson State period and say I ain't want to play no more. Or just go to another school.
Right.
You know, but I stuck it out, and that's what I tell guys that story all the time. You see how it turned out for me. You know, stay and figure it out. You know, that's gonna make you better as a person, like you said, Jamie, in life.
In life,
yeah. Because nowadays, if it don't go right for you, you're not getting as many plays. What you gonna do? You're gonna leave. You're gonna go somewhere else.
And I noticed, to be honest with you, the position you play, you more really hard on the receivers.
Yeah.
I think more than anybody.
You know that's
believe me, I've heard you.
Speaking of coach, you go into this season, you'll be calling the plays.
Yeah, I'm you know, the thing about it, you know, my wife was on me about that too. I've been to the Celebration Bowl 3 times now as a play caller.
We said that.
Oh yes,
we said that.
I know everybody has been asking me that. I'm gonna go and break the news here. I'll be calling plays this year.
But the thing about it, like we were saying, when Jackson State went to the Celebration Bowl, coach was offense coordinator.
He sure was.
Until
we ain't gonna say.
Okay,
we're gonna leave that alone.
We gonna say until he got so popular. We got real popular. They got But man, is that something? Will that? I mean, you still be. I mean, being a head coach and doing this. Is this too many duties?
Well, that's being able to trust Quinn on that defensive side of the ball, and I can focus on getting it done on that offensive side of the ball. We're gonna be really good defensively, you know. And I just feel like if I can give these guys 28, 30 points a game, we're gonna be fine as a football team. I always tell guys, if you can average around 30, 31 points a game as an offense, you're gonna be playing. You got an opportunity to play for a championship.
Yes. Wow.
You know, but you know, I'm a play caller at heart. You know, that's what I've always done.
Right.
You know, like I said, I've been to that Celebration Bowl 3 different times as offensive coordinator. So,
that's right.
You know, I love it. You know, I love it. You know, we got a great group of dudes coming. You're talking about the receivers, these quarterbacks is coming in, offensive line. Irv Mulligan is back. You know, JD Mulligan.
And I can't wait till he comes back.
He wasn't in the JD wasn't in the spring game. You know, like we got a lot of bullets coming back. So it's gonna be fun.
Oh, okay, that's good, because you know these people are always like, "Oh, they leaving Jackson State," but yeah, man, that's great. I forgot about Irv Mulligan and JD. Yeah.
Both those guys back, but and that's what's gonna make my job easy, though. You know, once we get these quarterbacks where they supposed to be, seeing how, you know, the way that I see it and playing fast, I think we're gonna be successful, because we got some dudes we talked about at the receiver position that can go out and get it.
Is there any area that you need to tighten up on? You see,
offensive line. You know, we always trying to build depth there. Tackle position on the offensive line, I want to get better, and at the center position, we brought a couple guys in at the mid-year, but we're going to continue to recruit there. But the game is won and lost in the trenches. You know, we're so deep on the defensive line now. I got to figure. We are figuring out ways to build that depth on the offensive line. And in the HBCUs, let me say this: that's one of the hardest positions to build.
Why is that?
You know, because they're so wanted it across the country.
Right, I got you.
You know, a kid that could come here and start for us, these bigger schools a lot of times are taking them just for depth.
Wow.
You know, so we really have to fight and scratch for those good linemen. And you look at the best O-line, that's be the best offense, the best teams in the conference.
And special teams look okay?
Yeah, that's my guy Javancy.
Yeah. You know what Javancy told us? Javancy said that Florida A&M game last year. He said, Coach James, I wasn't even coaching. I was just hot, you know, because he said, I mean, look, without those touchdowns last year in that special team game, I mean, that Florida A&M game, we would have won. Yeah. And I think we would have been in the Celebration Bowl. But at the end of the day, he said he's going to fix that. He said, y'all got some, you got Watson coming back, of course. We call him the Great White.
You call it that?
That we call it. Remember,
that wasn't him.
I'm telling you. You want me to tell you a story on that?
Yes, because I'm like,
I still to this day don't know how we beat Bethune. You know, we went into Bethune with no punter, no kickers. I still don't know how you win a football game like that. All right, so that next week, Bo Lewis calls me. Remember Bo Lewis?
Ex-defensive back, my good friend Bo. Yeah.
He was working with the state troopers and everything. So his a guy that works with him, he said that his son was on campus going to school here. That was a really good kicker at Mississippi Gulf Coast.
Okay.
I dropped everything. I put my tennis shoes on. I
went over there.
You found it. And I found him. And Dylan is a lawn service business. He gets it. That dude, he's out trying to really work and stuff. I'm like, man, you gonna forget about it. So he asked me, how soon you need me? I said, this weekend. And the rest was history.
Did he kind of back off a little bit? He said, no, I don't want to.
He said, this is what he told me. He said, give me a day and let me go back out there and see if I still got it. So he calls me. He went out there and did the workout or whatever he did and called me back this evening and said, Coach, I'm with you.
Coach, when he came, we saw him
tell him about the Alabama State, his first game, because I think it was the Gulf Coast Classic, correct?
Yes.
I remember what game it was. I remember because you know why? Rob came down to me and Rob said, Jamie, who is that? Find out who he is, because that's my new best friend.
I said, we got us a kicker.
He's really good, though.
Yeah.
Like, he can really kick the ball, Yeah. And I didn't know, the thing that I talked to him about once the season was over, he was talking about, Coach, I might want to focus on work. I said, hey, you need to be back here.
Yeah, exactly.
You got a talent, man.
Yeah.
We need you. You my guy. And then he told me, he said, I didn't know you were that serious about me going forward, Coach. I was like, man, wow. You kind of helped us out this season.
Yeah, man.
We kind of too. You did.
Like, who is that guy? But, man, Coach, you ought to be committed, man, for the work you did with Leilani.
Yeah.
She was on the soccer team. Mm-hmm. And I asked her, I said, you going to go back to soccer? She said, I want to play football. I'm like, oh, okay.
She is 100% in with football.
She wants to play football. Yes.
But she was, like what people don't really realize coming out of California, she was really good. She had the knee injury, though. Mm-hmm. Had schools offering her and everything. She was really good. So, everybody was kind of thinking it was just some kind of publicity deal. No, we needed a kicker. I didn't have nobody that could kick the ball off, or let alone put it through the goalpost.
Wow.
And she came out there and filled the void. You saw Pine Bluff.
Yeah.
And she went out there. I just
in the rain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then even like let's talk about the first home game. It's our first home game. It's packed. Everybody counting on her to go through this, and she was literally shaking. I could see it, and that's why I kind of just shut her down in that game. I was like, I'm not finna let you get burned out right here in this moment. I know how big this is in Jackson.
Man, coaching takes a lot, man. It takes a lot.
Man,
well, we're going to take another break, and we'll be back with Coach T.C. Taylor of the Jackson State Tigers after this.
Hi, this is Ed Trim with Pennington and Trim Alarms. If you're tired of dealing with those national companies and you'd rather do business with a local company, give us a call at 601-939-5231. We're a company you can trust. Let us in. We'll keep them out.
We feel strongly that clients are best served by a financial institution that has roots here, but also has an eye on the future. That's what we believe First Commercial Bank brings to our markets. Our idea is simple: deliver a consistently exceptional client experience each and every time. We have a unique story to tell, and our talented associates are dedicated to meeting the needs of our clients every day. Visit firstcommercialbk.com. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Accidents happen, and the Abston Law Firm wants to help you. Don't feel overwhelmed with disruptions to your life that accidents and injuries bring. Let Willie Abston work for you. At Abston Law Firm, you're important to us. Protecting your rights and helping you meet your future needs is our main goal. And we take pride in servicing our clients. We provide you with knowledgeable, caring legal representation. We are experienced and dedicated to helping you. Call for your free consultation today. Abston Law, located at 1307 Airport Road in Flowood.
All right, welcome back. Talking Sports Live. We are at the Full Moon Barbecue, 1935 Main Street here in Madison, Mississippi. Come on by and join us. We are talking with Jackson State head football coach T.C. Taylor. Coach, you eat barbecue? You a vegan? You ain't a vegan?
They know me.
I've been knowing him a long time. He ain't no vegan.
I guarantee you they know me back there.
Coach, you gonna love this once we get done. But I just want to make sure you're not a vegan, because we're trying to force no meat on you, nothing like that.
I'm good.
Ain't no vegan, Rob.
They should know my order: smoked wings, sweet meat.
Well, speaking of Jackson State, there was a big announcement today. JSU fills the void left by Tamika Reed. They hired Margaret Richards, former Alabama A&M head women's basketball coach. And, I want to say congratulations to Coach Reed as she takes the job at Charlotte. She took a whole staff with her. But this is the thing. People are comparing her to Deion Sanders. She did like Deion. No, she did not. No, she did not. She was there for 6 years.
Totally different.
Yeah, totally different.
Totally different.
Yeah, but so what you think about Margaret Richards?
I know she was a coach at Alabama A&M. Everybody deserves a chance. You got to give her a chance to see what she can do, get a staff together. And of anything, head coach is your staff is just as much as important.
They do a lot of
stuff. It doesn't matter what sport. It doesn't matter. So let her get her staff together, see what she can bring in and recruit. I just don't want the expectations to be so high. That they comparing her off of Tamika, and
right, because when Tamika first got there, now
that's right. You got to give her time.
That's the point I was
right.
gonna make.
You got to give her time. You got to give her time. And and this is my slogan. In Ashley Robinson, I trust.
Yes,
I'm serious, because he has done a great job of hiring coaches, especially my good friend right here, and let him live out his his dream. Something that well deserved. Like seriously, I've been knowing Coach Taylor a long time, and well deserved to come back home and be the head coach of his alma mater. Yeah. And I really do got confidence.
And Coach, we have to commend you, man, and we really appreciate you for you know what I'm about to say.
Yes,
for allowing us to talk to you at halftime and after the game on the field. After that, you went in the locker room. You've done that. You've stopped to talk to us. When I say us, I'm talking about JSU Radio.
Yes.
Regardless of what the score is.
Yeah.
You never stopped and run off or
go in the locker room.
Go in the locker room, come back.
Or say, I'm not doing it.
I'm not doing it.
Or I ain't got time.
Yeah. We appreciate we really appreciate it. And I know it gets tough down there, and I know, anything could happen. It could be a fumble or something, and we come up to. But the thing about it, we're not going to bug you during the game.
I know how important that access is, and then, like you said, it's all about what people don't realize about Jackson State. It's about relationships. Rob, how far we go back?
We go back a long way.
We go back a long way. Long time.
I think I made Coach a tape.
Well, you made my highlight tape when I was going to the NFL. We take off to teams and stuff, but it's all about access to the media. Regardless of the turnout of what happens in that football game, I'm always, make myself available to you guys because y'all got y'all work cut out to you. Too.
We do, but I'm gonna tell you, and I really got to commend you after that Alcorn game. I saw the emotion. I told Rob after the game was over, when we was packing up, I said, "Look, the emotion in his face was just so. It was like hurt because he knew that a game we should have had, but he still handled it professionally.
Yeah,
and I said, look in his eyes like next year." This won't happen.
Those moments.
Yeah.
I don't forget those moments, those feelings, everything that went on in those games. I feel bad for our football team. Those guys really worked their butts off up to that point, and they knew, the magnitude of that game. When you talk about it, the Soul Bowl.
Let me ask you a question about that game. I got a question.
Here we go.
How we go from a 1st and 10 to a 1st and forever?
Oh, that was I had never.
We was a 1st and a mile. We had 4 straight penalties.
I've never seen it.
I've never seen nothing like that before in my life.
I think the rest of them they were over.
They got caught in the moment.
Yeah.
Once I think was it Zeke. That's who broke the long run.
Yes.
You couldn't hear yourself talking at that moment.
It was just exactly.
And then the next 4 or 5 plays were the referees.
Sure, because you were coming back. Alcorn couldn't stop.
Yeah,
and it was what was it? Holding.
Personal foul.
They call it Des Moultrie stiffs on the guy to the ground. They call a face mask on him.
Oh man!
And I don't blame the refs. Like I said, it was plenty of opportunities for us to win it. But what I did tell those refs after the game, because I did tell them,
we can't say it on the refs.
I kept it simple. I said, let the kids decide.
Yeah.
Correct. Let the kids decide. Anytime you got this kind of rivalry game, and it was going to be an instant classic.
Yeah.
It was building up to be one of the greatest ones ever. And the refs decided the football game.
Wow,
that was the only thing that was disappointing. That's why you saw all that emotion.
Yeah.
And the way I was feeling about that football game, because if they didn't get involved and we lose that game, and then it is what it is.
Yeah.
Wow.
But let those kids decide that game.
I asked Tamika Reed when she was on the show a couple of weeks ago, what game did she want back? And she said the LSU game.
Yes.
Is there one game that you wanted back last?
Homecoming.
Homecoming. Who was home? Cool.
Alabama State.
Oh, they starting to get on my nerves.
I cannot wait to get on the bus.
That's the night that I went on
over there,
and I went on injury reserve that game.
What happened to you, man?
You don't know how many. See, they laughing on him. So he got it. So I'm on the sideline doing my job.
Come on, man. You got to keep your head on the swivel.
No, Morgan was coming to the sideline. Morgan was letting up. The number 52 for Alabama State. I go to Montgomery this year. He pushed him while he was out of bounds, and he hit me.
Wait a minute, hold on.
Coach Jamie headphone.
So you saw all this happening and didn't move.
Well,
Everybody else around him took off.
wait a minute.
He the last man standing.
And guess what? I'm talking to Christiano, from WJMI. I look back. Next thing I know, like my headset went that way, the mic went that way, and I was on the ground.
What you hurt?
Well, just my pride.
Well, see, and the guys in the booth were laughing. They were like, "J Dog down."
Yeah, J Dog down.
So and I was like, "Is he all right? Is he okay?" I didn't laugh at it because I was like, "Is he okay?"
Yeah, me after.
Yeah, because I saw the collision, but I didn't know. They were like,
I didn't know that. Oh man, let me tell you something.
Taking your work serious.
So Morgan saw me at the SWAC championship for the girl. Mm-hmm. He said, "Ms. James, I just want to apologize to you again." I said, "Look, brother, it wasn't your fault. Trust me, we good."
You got caught in the moment.
Yeah, I got caught in the moment.
But that'd be one though. That homecoming game. I know what homecoming means to Jackson. For everybody to be home that game, and it was another game. I feel like we was supposed to win offensively. We just didn't show. I call a spade a spade. The defense played a pretty good game. Did enough for us to win that game. And shout out to Rod. He said that he was going to come in here and take that one.
And that's what I want to say. This seems to be becoming a very intense rivalry between us. And next year we go down.
And that's the thing for me. Coming up in the SWAC. And you know about the Alcorns and the Southern.
Yes.
There's something going on with this Alabama State game and this FAMU game.
Yeah.
It's a turn of the
was
tide.
really waiting.
It's a turning of the tides, and that's what I had to tell these guys. Like it's a little different now.
Exactly.
Southern. We was up for that game, and I told our team, I'm like, if I can get y'all to feel that way about the FAMU's, the Alabama State, it's gonna be hard for people to to reckon with us or to deal with us on on a weekend basis.
Yeah, because you don't have a week off. You got Alabama A&M at you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, of course, Valley at you, and it's just all the schools.
Yeah.
Even we didn't play Grambling last year, did we?
No, we got them this year.
That's
what's gonna be crazy because what is it? We go open up with Monroe Thursday night, come back home, play Lane, then we get Southern at home. Then back on the road to go see Grambling.
Yes, got to go to Louisiana twice
in the hole.
three Louisiana teams
in the row.
Yes. So speaking of that ULM game, I think we left some plays on the field 2 years. We should have beat them.
Mm-hmm.
Who was that?
Monroe.
Oh yeah.
So I know they got a new coaching staff.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about them right now. I don't know how they are or but I think if we win that game, I think that'll set the
watch
mind.
out.
Yeah, watch out.
Watch out.
And I told the girl, I think we got a chance, Coach.
Oh, definitely. The thing is, as coaches, we sit down and evaluate the rosters, our roster versus theirs. When we did that with Texas State this past year, we knew we got to be on point to go mess with these folks.
Yes.
You talking about they hit on one of the number one transfer portal signing classes.
Yes.
But this class that Monroe has, and it's not no knock to them, it's a little, it's an even fight because a lot of the kids that they were recruiting, we were recruiting.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of them. They came in Mississippi Jukes and probably signed 30, 40 kids.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, definitely. So I'm really looking forward to that Thursday night. And then, to change it from a Saturday to the Thursday. Okay, let's go and put it out there through the week.
Yeah.
So everybody.
Why did they do that?
Yeah, what I want to know.
I'm thinking that ESPN probably is going to pick it up.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. And then it makes sense. New coach, new head coach, new football team. So, and then I'm excited about, like I said, we got a lot of the same pieces coming back, so it's going to be an interesting football game.
Well, let me ask you this, Coach. No HBCU players were drafted this past weekend. Does that make it hard for you to recruit guys?
No, not really, because like I tell those guys, you got to be special to get in the NFL. You know, if you're special, they're gonna come get you. If you didn't just truly make it look easy in your conference or just dominate in your conference, 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be hard for you to get an opportunity in the NFL. You know, like I tell guys what it was in '99 when Sylvester and Shard all first round, we had 5 get drafted.
Yes.
But those dudes were special.
Yes.
Right.
You know, Corey Bradford.
New breed.
Those dudes were special.
Yeah.
You know, they was really, really good football players. And that's what I tell my guys, like, you don't have time to waste. You know, that's a business. That's a grown man's game.
Yeah.
But, you know, and then also too, let me add this, you know, I think Doug Williams and Shaq do a great job of trying to promote it. You know, we was down there at the Legacy Bowl getting it out there. It's about these scouts taking it a little more serious too. You know, we had over 25 scouts at our pro day. You know, but if you're going to come down and evaluate these guys, really put a good evaluation on it and see if these guys can really help you, you know, because we had some guys, you know, John Huggins. John Huggins is 6'3", 220 pounds, ran a 4.340, 4.440. You mean to tell me he can't get in the camp somewhere?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or DJ.
Yeah, DJ. We talked about DJ. Jaheim Hazel. You know, he came here, transfer corner, had a heck of a season for us last year. So, you know, I just continue to tell these guys to continue to work. But does it hurt us? No, because it was so many guys that has had success going to the NFL from Jackson State.
And then they did sign free agent deals.
Yeah,
so a lot of guys,
a lot of them did.
HBCU guys signed free agent deals. So, that's amazing, man. That happened like that. I was trying to watch. Did you see the Chiefs guy, former Chiefs running back that called a pick, Jamal Charles? They should have put him out there, man.
Why you say?
Oh, you talking about when he did that announcement?
He did the announcement. You know, he has
I saw that.
He has a learning disability.
See,
They put him out there.
I'm laughing at Rob. I'm not laughing.
I'm not laughing at him because I know how Rob is.
He said, "I like the Chiefs." I'm laughing at Rob. I'm like, man, who did that? Who did that, man? Bless his heart. He tried. He was a good player, though, Rob. He's a real good player. He's one of my favorite players. My all-time favorite player is Walter Payton.
Of all time.
Of all time.
So who's your favorite Chief player of all time?
Favorite Chiefs player of all times? Probably Len Dawson, Otis Taylor, maybe. That's back in the day.
Yeah, Len was a great player.
You know, and Otis Taylor played at Prairie View.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. Did you know that, you know, of all these teams that they drafted young players, fast players, talented players. The Dallas Cowboys signed Ezekiel. They said, we don't want none of these fast players. We want that old.
Like,
What's going on? I can tell you what's going on.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you.
The Dallas Cowboys signed Ezekiel. They said, we don't want no fast guy.
going on?
I know what it is.
I heard a theory now, and I'm not.
What's the theory?
They say he might be tanking it for us.
That lives in the cold weather from Colorado. I heard the same thing.
From Colorado?
Yeah. That's what I heard too.
What were they gonna do with Dak Prescott?
He gonna be shipped out. So they would take. He probably playing for the Arlingtons. What the USL team?
Okay. I thought it was fascinating that all of these teams drafting faster players, stronger players, good players. The Dallas Cowboys signed Ezekiel.
Right. Well, this year the Cowboys. I'm tell you what the Cowboys' weakness is: football. I keep saying that week. I got fired.
Hi, this is Ed Trim with Pennington and Trim Alarms. If you're tired of dealing with those national companies and you'd rather do business with a local company, give us a call at 601-939-5231. We're a company you can trust. Let us in. We'll keep them out.
We feel strongly that clients are best served by a financial institution that has roots here, but also has an eye on the future. That's what we believe First Commercial Bank brings to our markets. Our idea is simple: deliver a consistently exceptional client experience each and every time. We have a unique story to tell, and our talented associates are dedicated to meeting the needs of our clients every day. Visit firstcommercialbk.com. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Accidents happen, and the Abston Law Firm wants to help you. Don't feel overwhelmed with disruptions to your life that accidents and injuries bring. Let Willie Abston work for you. At Abston Law Firm, you're important to us. Protecting your rights and helping you meet your future needs is our main goal. And we take pride in servicing our clients. We provide you with knowledgeable, caring legal representation. We are experienced and dedicated to helping you. Call for your free consultation today. Abston Law, located at 1307 Airport Road in Flowood.
All right, welcome back to Talking Sports Live. Rob J, Jamie Horton, and our special guest, Coach T.C. Taylor. We're so honored to have Coach Taylor here because I know Coach is super, super busy. So, Coach, is recruiting season over? How does that work?
No, I mean, our guys will be on the road the next couple of weeks, hitting high schools, reaching out to these junior colleges. Is like I said, we want to add probably potentially about 12 more guys to this deal. But we're getting ready for 25. The year before last year had a great recruiting class. This past year, another group was real solid. So we're getting ready to look at these 25 kids and start building for the future. We brought in quite a few high school kids at this mid-year too. So start getting those young pups and start building them up.
And I would just like to say, you talking about recruiting, but I think you got the best recruiter in America. And I'm not just saying that because he's a good friend of mine, but Otis really is. Big O is just doing the signing day. He was on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Rob was doing the thing, so I was doing the show. I said, "Do you feel that you are one of the best recruiters in the nation?" He said, "I don't feel I'm one of them. I feel I am the best."
Yeah.
And when he said that, he was really serious about what he said.
Yeah.
Because he said, "I can go in the living room with an Alabama or a Georgia too.
Mm-hmm.
They got more resources than I am, than we do. But at the same time, I can talk to that kid." Probably just as better or as good as they do.
He does a great job of relating with these parents.
Exactly.
Sitting in the living room. That's what it's all about. Find out who's going to be helping these young men, young ladies as well, making those decisions.
Yeah.
And it's the parents. Big O can go in there. He I call him Deacon.
Deacon really, because his dad a preacher.
Oh, so he gonna be one. I mess with him all the time. I just call him the Big Deacon.
That's right.
Because he goes in there and does a great job, and that's what people don't realize. After that, my first year after that Celebration Bowl, taking over this regime, this whole deal, it's just the two of us sitting in that office, and that's when the portal was really popping.
Yes.
We was losing kids left and right. When we got done with it, was about 40, 50, 60 kids gone.
Wow.
And it's just us two just trying to rebuild a whole roster.
See, people don't know that.
Oh, no. And when I say it was just us two in that building, because I had to build my whole staff was gone too.
Yeah.
It was just us two. So the first thing we did, we was like, we got to put together a football team.
Yes.
At least be competitive.
Were you nervous at that?
No. Because I had been wanting this moment for so long, and I, just with him on my side, I feel good.
Right, I got you.
I had my main man with me the whole time.
Yeah.
And like I said, we hit the ground running just recruiting. And for us to have that number one recruiting class that year, and it was just us two, because I hadn't filled the staff yet.
Yeah.
That's why that's my guy.
And see, that's why this is my guy, and I have to apologize to him every time I
Listen
see
to this story.
Coach, during the SWAC basketball tournament, I do the broadcasting for Jackson State.
Okay.
So my guy who does it with me, he wasn't able to get there until the next day or the day after.
Mm-hmm.
So Jamie called me and said, "Man, I could do the game with you. Just let me know." Okay. The seat that Jamie was supposed to be in down the press row at the SWAC tournament, there was somebody else sitting there hoping that he would do it. And I was like, no. So there was no seat for Jamie.
Right.
Now, Lil Willie. Lil Willie went and got a chair and put it right beside me. And I said, okay, I'm going to give you the headphone. This is what you say. Now, when they make a shot, you explain how they made the shot. I'm thinking that he understand that, and he don't. So they made I said, Jackson State goes in and get it to Angel. She scored. That was like a shot. Okay. So he ain't lying. Okay. So JSU was losing the Prairie View. Much of the game, and he said, "That be back." That's what his commentary. That be back. So Jackson State came back and won the game, of course. I said, JSU wins the game. He said, "If I tell you it's cheese on the moon, go get that product." I said, "This your last time." No, this is what he said. This is what he said.
He said we got 5:01 left in the game. Looked like Jackson University women would be advancing in the SWAC tournament. We got 5:01 left in the game, and we got 5:01 left in your broadcasting career.
Coach, that's my biggest mistake I've made in this business since I've been in the business. Let Lil Willie do the game, and he told me when I was telling somebody that he said,
"I didn't know you." Yeah, Lil Willie do the game.
Coach,
Wait a minute, he on the radio every week, dog.
Well, that's the radio. He says 3 words on WJ9.
he told me, but I was telling some
broke down what he was supposed to say.
I didn't see what I do when I'm trying to shoot the game and announce it, and then when I write down what the score is, I depend on the other person
color commentary
to start talking so I can have time to get back. But he didn't want to say nothing back. So I told him, you ain't ever do it. I was telling somebody that. So he walked up, he said, you're talking about me behind my back. I started talking about you behind your back, in front of you, behind your leg, behind your arm. Don't you ever come this way again.
He retired after that.
That was a bad mistake.
And then the next night when we walked up in the ring, he go, Rob, just fired me. I said, you should have never been hired.
So let me tell you a story. So he came around and said he was going to help us out.
I think that my fault too.
No. Let me tell you this story. Okay. So I said, we ain't got nothing really for you to do, but I'll figure out something. So I said, okay, you can, during practice, watch the gate for me.
Right.
Story. I came back.
Watch the gate.
Watch the gate.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yes.
So, just because close practice, I don't invite you, I don't, we had everybody trying to get in there, but if I didn't invite you, that's your job, Willie. So I'm going out to practice. He got a chair there all of a sudden. Now I said, oh, Willie got this. So we get about 30 minutes in, I see about 6-7 people come through. Then I look up, there go 3-4 more folks. I'm looking for little Willie. Look, Willie on the training court. Am I lying off? He just cutting blocks. Willie, you done. Willie is in the trainer's court.
But he had a key to the gate, didn't he?
Yeah, he had a key to the gate.
Yeah.
And didn't lock it though.
Well, see, he was telling us, I work with Jackson State football. I work with TC. That's what he was saying.
He should. We gave him a key and everything, and there was still folks just coming through.
Wow.
He was, and then it was that same day, I sent him back to the gate. So we get going to practice again. True story. So we get ready to really scrimmaging. I'm always behind the offense so I could just watch him. Right. And then it was a good play. I said, oh, man, that's a great play. It sure was, coach.
I know this. You told everybody that he's not supposed to be around game day. Mm-hmm. So I got him a pass, and I told him. Yeah. Everybody know. I told because our crew we go together. I said, "Lil Willie, do not go on the field. Don't get in Coach way. Don't get in his way." He didn't listen. He was in the locker room. And then Coach, you said, "Oh, that Lil Willie." But he didn't listen. He went to the locker room. He went everywhere.
You asked me where he was. I said he went to the locker room. You said, "No, he didn't." I said, "Yes, he did."
Hey, he loved JSU.
Yeah, we got on the radio.
He loves Jackson State.
Yeah.
If you tell him to do one thing,
he gonna do the exact.
He's gonna do something totally opposite.
So,
and then I don't know how he ended up on that court.
After the championship game, Coach, after the championship game, I'm helping Rob and them pack up. Rob came over there and Rob done said, "Rob, I'm gonna pack your stuff up." Rob said, "Where's Lil Willie?" I said, "Went in the dressing room with Tamika." He said, "He ain't never come with me ever again."
Man, but I don't know, man. But Coach, man, we like I said, we appreciate it. Anything else you like to add there, Coach?
Oh no, man. I'm just looking forward to this year. We're going to take it day by day. These coaches doing a great job. We just brought in Chris Orr, our linebackers coach.
Yeah, we saw that today.
From Baylor.
Yes.
Khalid James, brought him in from the University of Florida, doing an excellent job with the defensive line, Manny Ramirez. I'm very excited about my staff right now and the things that they're doing. Anytime you lose some guys, you want to, bring some guys in that, where you're not skipping a beat, basically. Mm-hmm. Same with these players, the ones that did go in the portal, we just wanted to go out and try to get better. I think we're doing a great job of that. So I'm looking forward to, that Thursday night against Monroe.
Well, Coach, how did it feel when you won that game? I forgot where it was, and all the fans started saying, TC.
South State.
Yeah, that's right.
That was crazy.
Did you hear that? Did you hear it?
At first I didn't. And then, once all the adrenaline started settling down, I'm like, they saying my name.
Then little Willie came up in the sideline.
And he hugged me. He hugged me. That was the game. That was the game. I told him, "Don't you go down there." That was the one. That was the one, coach.
Because I'm looking around, and I'm looking for my guy. That's my first win. I'm looking for Big O.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm going to go to Big O. Willie
He just coming. I can't say what I want.
Yeah,
I can't say.
Rob said that little. I said, yeah.
I'm like, get your. But man, we look forward to the season. You can still get your season tickets. It's still on sale.
Make sure you do that. Get your season tickets. We got 5-6 home games this year. It's gonna be electric this year. We gonna put a good product out there. But make sure you get those season tickets and continue to support JSU athletics overall, man, because these kids are really working their butts off, on a day-to-day basis, as well as all these coaches and stuff. So, get those season tickets for all sports as well as JSU football and continue to support.
And USM just renovated. They're renovating their basketball arena for $35 million. Where did you get that money from?
Well, that was leftover money. That was leftover money from.
Did they say
from the volleyball? Yeah, leftover money from the volleyball.
Y'all done with me?
He's not gonna get you in trouble. No. And don't forget the SWAC track is this weekend in Baton Rouge,
and softball next week in Gulfport.
And the JSU softball team is really good.
And I heard they're pretty good.
They're really
need
good.
to check them out.
Yeah, they're very good. And then baseball will be wrapping up next week, so support them as well. I saw FAMU. FAMU is the team. I mean, their baseball team.
They always got really good team.
Yeah.
And why are they good? Because the women softball, FAMU softball won the East. What is it about Florida? Baseball players.
If you look at it, Florida has so many baseball. I mean, if you really look at Omar recruited a lot of people from Florida.
Mm-hmm.
It's a baseball haven down there. And I mean, I heard Bethune-Cookman had a pretty good baseball team some years ago.
Thing what they're able to do is to tap into those the Dominican
areas. Exactly.
That's right.
Those guys, because they can play good baseball.
They hit home run when they're 12 years old.
There you go. They can. That's the 20. That's the lead sport over there. Soccer. Yeah. That's what the things they do. So they do a good job of recruiting those kids from over there as well.
Yes.
Wow. Well, Coach, again, thank you so much for your time. So we about to go get some barbecue. Here at Full.
My order already ready.
When you walk up in the door,
you sure you're not a vegan?
I just said I'm here. They know what I come in here.
Austin is a vegan, Austin the vegan.
Austin the vegan.
Let me tell you that now. Let me tell you that too. The other day he challenged me, Coach. I'm finna start working out. He got his shorts with tights on, hanging out on them.
Oh yeah,
I'm finna start eating right, doing the right thing. I'm like, okay, he motivated me. So I come around out of my office the other day and I hear some, them chip bags.
Yeah,
I heard a lot of them.
And they weren't big with it.
But when he walked around the corner and saw me, he had Cheez-Its, chili cheese Fritos.
Good night, Austin.
They're my favorite.
But then what he gonna tell me? It's just a snack.
Good night, Austin. How much time we got to Ed? About a minute. Okay, I'm going to tell you Coach another story, but about Ed. We was doing an HBCU Legacy Bowl. Mm-hmm. Coach, was in New Orleans, right? And so I'm rushing back to. I was going to go home and give me a little nap, but I left all the baseball equipment for Ed. I set it all up for him to stream it. Mm-hmm. All he had to do was hit the live button. Coach, he called me on the way back from New Orleans. Can you come over here? It ain't working. I'm sleeping, Coach. You know what he didn't do, Coach? When I got there,
what's that?
He didn't hit the power switch. He didn't turn it on.
It was like that.
He didn't turn it on.
And get what, Coach, before we leave? You know what his nickname is, right? The camera killer. He don't go by 5 cameras a while.
5 cameras. He don't realize the referee got a lane to run in.
We played Alabama A&M. I said, Ed, don't get on the sideline too close. Because the referee running down in case of play. Okay, we intercepted the ball. He go like this. I'm saying, Ed. Next thing you know, Curtis said, come Curtis, get back.
Told my camera.
Well, I said, the referee just
let me say this, y'all do a great job. Man.
Appreciate it.
It's not going unnoticed what you guys are doing.
Appreciate it.
Continue that,
brother. Yeah, we have fun. And then you being so accommodating, we appreciate it.
I appreciate you guys.
Yes, sir.
Continue that.
All right, that's all the time we have now. Thank you so much for watching and join us back next week.